everybody. This is Chuck, and I appreciate you stopping by the shop. Happens to be Father's Day, so happy Father's Day to anybody out there. Although probably this video will not be live on Father's Day. Well, you can see there's something new here in the background. A laser. Ortur contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do a demo on this laser unit. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. I am a total amateur at it. And it's very similar in a learning process, no different than when I got the 3D printer from Creality. You know, 3D prints, you've seen the various ones that I've done. Little tray holders. I needed a bushing to fit something and check it. It's you just can't beat a 3D printer for popping little trays out, all sorts of things. So here I am now with a laser unit. And the laser unit can cut, and it can mark. Here's an example I've been trying to learn. So there's just a sample of burning in on a file card here, something for my wife. This was one of my early ones. I'll grab a bunch of little samples that I've been doing. It's been fun trying to learn. The program I'm using is called Lightburn, and there's lots of videos out there on it. And once you get into it far enough, you start to understand how the system works. Somewhat similar to Fusion, although I'm a total amateur at Fusion also. And you can see I've been cutting stencils, so I'll show you a couple things. The unit, I'll put the links to the unit, and there's going to be much more follow-up on this unit. But like I said, it's kind of like somebody said, it's like going down a rabbit hole. Once you get started, there you go. And right now I've been having a lot of fun with it, and it's challenging to learn the various settings and also the software on how to manipulate things. But I'll bring you back here in a minute and we'll talk about it. Okay, I'm not the one to give you much instructions at this point. What I've been playing with, there's my logo, same one that's on my shirt here. And I have artwork on this logo. And you can, my computer's right here. In Lightburn, you can bring this in, and even though it's just a JPEG is what I'm pulling in, you have total ability to manipulate and trace it and erase and move and enlarge and create all sorts of things. And so I've been playing with it, and I did this stencil that has outside screwball underneath it, and you can see that when you look at the stencil, where are you? You look at the stencil, you can see the O and the D and everything's missing out. Well, I finally learned how to do it correctly, and so you can see now it'll do the lettering correctly. And it's just been a situation of trying to learn. That's when I painted it the first time. Of course, didn't work out well, and that's the second stencil. So I've been having fun with the stencils, learning, and it's basically pushing myself to learn Lightburn, the program that communicates with the laser and your power settings. Here's an example for the heck of it. I went online and does it show up there? Let's see, let me grab something here I went online and took a drawing of a gasket and pulled the gasket into the program and actually cut the gasket out of a piece of file paper. So if you can draw it, you can cut it. So you can make gaskets, and you could take photos of items and size it and make it work to do this type of work. Again, still an amateur, still learning. It's a challenge. I've done tests, lots and lots of tests. So I did purchase this Ceramark, which is the laser burns it into the unit, and I did various tests here just on steel, and with the speed and the speed of the cut and the power rating. And then before I had the Ceramark, I don't know if that'll show up or not. It says Chuck right there. And then over here is the word test, done with different power settings and speeds. And that was just burning right into the steel. No added Ceramark or anything to do it. So it'll etch in just the number of passes that you do. So where it says Chuck, it was 5 passes, 300 was the speed, which is metric, and 100% on the power to burn into that. I was fooling around. Here's a cutoff blade that was broken. And I don't know if that'll come up or not, but same thing, seeing what this anodized surface, what it would do on it. Then I took, again, my logo, and this is one of my beater squares, and fooled around with different methods. So here's the fill, it's line and fill, and here is, this one's fill only on the on this one here, and then over here was just straight line to see how it would work out. So again, just experiment, and then for the fun of it, here's a Hoyt toolbox, and burnt my logo into that right onto the paint that's in there, and it doesn't rub off. And then I thought I'd be a real smart boy, you know. Charlie came in and said, "Hey, let me show you how to do this." So I thought, hey, what simpler way to get alignment and stuff? I'll put painter's tape down and I'll burn it into the painter's tape without going through the painter's tape, so I can see if I'm lined up. And I tried once with power setting, was very low. Tried a second time with the power setting. Oh, turn it up there. Charlie always knows what to do. And Charlie turned it up. And of course, there it is. It burnt right through the tape, and it's not in center. But oh well. I know what it is. It says 1 to 60. So anyway, again, having a lot of fun with it. Besides the laser itself, they sent the bed here, which is an aftermarket item to set it on top of, and then they also sent me the system for doing round objects, the roller, which I'm not even getting into that yet. I got too much to learn still, but I'll put all those items in the description. Again, having a lot of fun with it. A lot of learning here to do, and you'll see this again here in future videos. Thanks for stopping by the channel. I always appreciate your time. If you're not into this sort of stuff yet, the 3D printing or this laser, there's merit to it. I gotta say, there is really a lot of merit to it. There's things you can do. All right, take care and see you soon.